day before. Today we're going to be unboxing the Moon Summit Mystery Episode 2 box from Hunt a Killer. I did mention in my last video that I had already created this unboxing and filmed it. However, I was sick with allergies and I just didn't sound very good. So I wasn't able to give you the information that I needed to give you about the items that we unboxed. So I'm going to re-film it today and let's just jump into it. Now, since I have already filmed the unboxing, I've already completed the investigation as well. So I'm going to try not to give you any spoilers into the investigation so that I won't ruin it for you if you're following along with me with your own Hunt a Killer boxes, which I do highly recommend. I love Hunt a Killer. I will stay subscribed as long as it is as fun as it is. Here's a little sneak peek, of course. This is a compass. So I hope you can see it well. I'll go ahead and take it out of the bag for you guys. I'm wearing a Margot Elena kimono because in the next video I film for my favorites from unboxings of subscriptions, I'm going to actually be wearing a kimono from the FabFitFun summer box. And I can't wear two in one video, so I decided to wear this one. I love it. It's so beautiful. So we got this in the Margot Elena winter box, and it has a nice peacock on the back. Go check out that video if you'd like to see more detail of it, because it shows the back in full detail and stuff. But yeah, we got a compass. And the next item here is a hiking medallion. Very cute. And I noticed also during the unboxing that will never be shown some weird marking on the back. And here's the bag it came from. Alright, now let's dig into the Great Investigations envelope. So exciting. I love cutting open these envelopes. And of course it's already been done. Whoops. Dropping stuff already. Okay, let's check out the Great Investigations letter first. So it says, I think it's safe to say that we officially have ourselves a case. It's certainly not cut and dry, but identifying the murder weapon was an excellent first step. I commend you for your attention to detail and so on and so forth. So the question here is, in the fifth paragraph, how did the killer commit the murder and make it back before anyone noticed? So it looks like that's the question that we're going to be answering in this box. And then we have our letter from Amy Takahashi. She's a graduate student at Whitlock University. And she says in the first couple of sentences, Michelle let me know that you'll be handling Toby's case now and that you found proof his death wasn't quite the accident we were led to believe. It was such a relief to read that. So So later on in the letter it says, I don't know what sort of investigative work you're doing right now, but could it be helpful to think about the relationship between the expedition members? So from the last box, the investigation, we just touched on who the other expedition members were. So it seems like we'll be getting deeper into that. And this is something I was excited about, a Moon Summit National Park Region 3A Trail and Marker Map. I love maps. In the last Hunt a Killer case, it was called Class of 98, and we had a map of Chestnut Falls, Illinois, that we were able to play around with. And this is a different kind of map. I think I have mentioned before that I homeschool, and so I think it's really cool that I can show my kids the differences between different kinds of maps and things with some of my Hunt a Killer material. So I think that's really cool. I hope you can see it pretty well. There's markings right here. C plus N, R plus T, E plus L. I was thinking, well, maybe that's like who shared tents or something. Also, there is some information on the other side of the map. Here's rules and regulations for the park and suggested gear and attire. And there's some little snippets of information here. So I wonder where this place really is. It is kind of pretty. I wonder if it is in Alaska where the photos were taken. Okay, moving along, let's dig into the folder, and I'm going to first make sure nothing's going to fall out of here. It doesn't look like there is going to be anything to fall out of here. Let's check out what this is. It says Department of Natural Sciences Weekly Report, August 29th, 2018. So that's near the date that Toby was murdered, if not the date that Toby was murdered. But I don't remember exactly right at this second. But it is a report by Nigel Ricci, and it is to Douglas Plankley. And I read over this. It's just like a weekly report that Nigel sends, I think, to Whitlock University. And here is some note pages from Toby. I noticed that it was just note pages that were like taken out of one of these types of notebooks, if you can see. And I think it's really interesting because okay, so here's a little spoiler, and just like fast forward a couple of minutes maybe, if you haven't really dug into this box yet, but, and this will be in the investigation video, but there is an ID and a password, and you can't really see it when you're just like thumbing through. It's like right here, up at where the paper is connected to your folder. So, be on the lookout for that, you know, and like what that is. Not sure what it is yet. So, okay. For those who have fast forwarded, the next thing we have is a flyer from Whitlock City Living. It says, controversial environmental researcher makes waves at Whitlock U protest. And if you just skim through it, it is about Emma Clarkson. So she was one of the members of the expedition. So we are learning more about the expedition members, and I think pretty soon we will probably be getting into like who the suspects are in eliminating, which is very exciting. Here is a ad for Benny's Bargain Brews. Come grab a cup of mud. Dirt cheap. Free Wi-Fi. Very cool. And here is an internal faculty review from Whitlock University for Conrad Wildingham. So that's the expedition's leader. And also Nigel Ricci. So there are 2 items about Nigel Ricci in this box. Interesting, right? And that is it. This was an exciting box to open. We're getting a lot more information about the individuals that were on the trip, which I love. And I am just ready, really, to dig into this case some more. It is similar to Class of '98 in that it's an investigation with a private investigator kind of leading you. But it's also different. The last case, we just eliminated suspects, and in this case, we're being asked to determine whether someone was murdered, how did the murderer escape. So it's really interesting, and I hope you follow along with me. I will have the investigation video up pretty soon. I do have to organize some of the information from this case, or from this episode, and then I will film it and get it ready for you. I find it really interesting that both cases that I have worked on so far have included a map. I love that. Some of the evidence from Class of '98 I used, there was like a mint tin that I actually use and I keep in my purse. There is a pair of alien socks that my husband wears all the time. He loves them. Let's see. Everybody in the house wanted the hacky sack. I wanted it just to like toss back and forth. It was kind of cool. I loved it. So, I mean, the Hunt a Killer is great because it's a game, and then sometimes you get items that you actually use in your everyday life. You know what I mean? So, if you want to follow along with the Moon Summit Mystery Case, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out. And if you liked unboxing this episode with me today, go ahead and give this video a like. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.